Welcome back to the channel where we build a video game in Scratch using Love 2D and Lua. Now yesterday we got some entity stuff done. Our gecko here now has some AI to track us, but if we walk off screen and walk back on screen, he's reset his position. So resets the entity system as well as the gecko himself. Now I do want to change one thing, how we did this from yesterday. But today's going to be a small day. I've got homework due for my boot camp, and I've got work to do for work, and I just got home from work, other work, so I'm only going to be doing a little bit today, just cleaning up some comments, really, and then maybe adding some detailed comments as well. So it's going to be an easy day in terms of workload. But the one thing we are going to try to tackle is we're doing some lazy updating and rendering for our entity from yesterday. So I do want to see if I can fix that. And see, this is the reason why we need to add better comments, is because it's hard to find what I'm looking for. This is the laziness I'm talking about. So it looks like we go ahead and reset the original position. aka Bob. Yeah, I made it. I was in depot all day up in Santa Fe today, but we here. Yeah, I was just telling nobody that today's going to be a short day, because I've got homework and other work to work on. Okay, this is weird. Okay, so this dude, okay. So see how right here, when we finish our shifting for our scene, we're literally just, you know what is so weird is my escape button isn't working. Why is this happening to me? My escape button... Okay, this is weird. I don't know what is happening. Okay. This is weird. Oh, it looks like my... Hold on a sec. It looks like my Power Toys escape isn't working anymore. For Vim, I'm remapping caps lock as escape, but that is not the case right now, so I just need to redo that because it's causing a lot of issues. So we just have to make sure we're doing that. Because escape, instead of, Vim escape is very handy to switch out of insert mode and visual mode and stuff. So I need to remap this stuff. It looks like it's on. Okay. It looks like it's on. So maybe it just needed to... Okay, it's back on. I don't know why it wasn't working just a second ago, but we've got this hard-coded in map 1, 2 entities at entity 1 reset original position. And what we really need to do is pass in the current map. So instead of our 1, 2, we're going to cycle through our current map. So, and it looks like, it's before we reset our current map to be our next map. So we should have a map row and a map column for whatever this current map is. And it's just self.map_row, self.map_column. So we'll go here, self.map_row, self.map_column. So we're going to cycle through the very map and row that we're in. And we're going to cycle through, we don't want to cycle through the entities like that. What we really want to do is say for I gets 1 for the amount of entities we have. That's not what I wanted to do. For I gets 1, and then we do a pound sign there. And then we'll say for that many entities do. And then what we want to do is reset the original position on that map at the self.map row. And then the self.map column, which we typed incorrectly up there. And then at the dot entities at the ith position. So this will cycle through potentially, 100 entities in that scene and go ahead and reset all those entities' positions. And we can test this and make sure it's working for all entities. But for right now, let's see if it's even working for one entity. And we'll see. We should reset that entity's position. And it is. So we could go ahead and test it and make sure, because we were just hard coding it in. Hey, only release or only reset the original position of this one entity in this one map that I know of, because that's the only entity I put in. But now it's going to go through all of the entities of the current map we're in as we finish shifting, so that it can go ahead and reset the original position once we finish shifting, so that by the time we ever come back to that screen, we will have them reset. And there was I was thinking, aka Bob, either some channel points, or either a channel point redeem to get some new palettes for our characters. Like I can make you a shiny Moltres or something, for 1,000 channel points or something. I don't know. I was thinking to do that. I was thinking channel points because then they'd have to kind of request it, but I would have to manually make it, so I don't know if I want to actually commit to that or not. But it's fairly easy to make a new skin, and then it would be a new skin that you can purchase in Stream Avatars or something. But you've got 2,000 gold, so what are we gonna give you for 2,000 gold, So I don't know. You could just work your way through and buy everybody, but I don't know. I feel like we should give people an ideal to strive towards, if you, I don't know, because you're already at 2,000 gold. That's in you've already got everything you want, right? Yeah, man. Hit a triple sevens on a slots 5K. That would be huge. Would be huge. So this is just when we're resetting the position upon a scene transition, but it's not where we insert our entities, because we do that in our map declarations. Not our map, but our map declarations. Where are we? Here we go. Yeah. So we do have just manual declarations for whatever map and whatever entity. So we could dude, that would be epic if you get a 50k payout. That would be epic. I kind of want to check. I want to check if we pass in 2 entities here, that we would reset both the entities' positions upon a reset. So what I think I want to do is want to change the second entities. Well, I guess what we can do is we can multiply our X position by I, and since it's a looping through the entities, we'll have 2 different X positions for our 2 different entities. So we do have 2 geckos there. They're just kind of right on top of one another. Maybe we say that this is plus 20 or something. No, that would be the same distance apart. We want to say maybe times 2 times I or something. I'm just wanting to check both of our entity position resets. So come on. Okay, so we got 2 entities there. And then if we go off screen and come back, they should both be reset, and they are. So it looks like our loop that we just added is working because they reset both their positions. So we can go ahead and negate this now. Okay, so that's good. But then are we updating? Yeah, we are updating them separately because we just had two rendering. Let's check out what that code looks like for the entity update. It would be a those are our where are we updating our entities? Not in our scene, maybe in our map. Yeah. Yep, okay, so we update each entity and we're looping through our entity count. Oh my goodness, there. We're looping through our entity count, so we're going ahead and processing AI for each entity and we're updating each entity. That's looking right. Now, for our particle system, we have a simple, well, this is for our spellcast entity. I'm curious where is our entity particle system? I'm not remembering off the top of my head where the entity particle system is. That's one thing I might want to change too. Well, we've got the entity. Oh, it might be in our entity itself because our entity itself has a particle system according to its type. I think that makes sense. Okay, so we did the two things we want to do, which is just kind of tidy up so that we can add, looping through all of our entities and then clearing and resetting their position. So we've got that from yesterday. So I think the rest of today is just going to be quite boring. It's just going to be, we're going to go through basically all of our code here and just delete any unnecessary comments and then go in and add any comments to kind of one, describe what we're doing, so if someone's looking at the Git repo, they can know what a certain block is doing. But two, and mainly more so that we can do a grep string search for whatever part we're looking at. So like if we wanted to go see the entity particle system, we would just do a grep search string for entity particle, and then we would be able to find it, which right now, since we don't have that text in there anywhere, nothing shows up. So that's the kind of big picture here. It's just going to be one of those, not so entertaining streams to watch. Now, I don't know. I don't think we actually use our animatables at all anymore. So we might be able to just kill this. I think we have it turned into, yeah, we don't use this at all. We're only using this where we declare it, and that's it. Because I think we have it, it's now in insert anim, I think, is what we ended up doing. Insert. So like this is exactly why today is like necessary, because we had this file in here that we've been committing and tracking, but we don't even use it, so we just need to kill it. In a good way, Murder it nicely. So yeah, we're gonna go kill our animatables. And then we have to also take it out of our dependencies so that we're not doing that anymore. That is right here, animatables, okay. Okay, cool. Okay, animation, that's looking okay. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna start at the top of our file and just work our way through, making sure it's just looking decent. I know it doesn't matter, but I just think of things in x, y, width, and height, because that's the parameter arguments, so I just want to organize it x, y, width, height. But how was your day, aka Bob? You having a good day? And whoever is this evil hero, hey, good to see you. Hopefully you're having a good day too. Yeah, dude, I feel ya. Yeah, it really takes a toll on you when you go travel. It takes a couple days to kind of get back in the groove. Dude, I've had some bad allergies too the past couple days. Like not just like congestion, but like itchy throat and watery eyes. Hey, evil hero. Yeah, hey, I'm glad you're here, even if you're just listening or watching or whatever. It's always fun to see you. Gecko particle system. So an example is like, now that we've got that comment in there, it's pretty apparent that like when you're looking at the code, hey, if self-type is Gecko, particle system, do all this stuff. But it's more so that we can grep search string for Gecko particle system or whatever. And it would show up right here in our grep results. So that's the reason to go do this, so that we can navigate a little more easier. Okay. Yeah, and you know, I still don't really like what we're doing here. It was very tough for us to figure out how to insert an animatable object without overwriting every single tile, every single frame. But I guess we have to draw every tile, every single frame anyway, so I guess it's not that big of a stretch to change that. But since those values need to update, this is how we're doing it. We're only inserting a an animation of a self.flowers.frame, and that gets updated over time with this anim spitter. Oh, geez. Yeah, okay, well, I guess yeah, weekends are easier, but I also post the VODs up on YouTube and on Twitch here, so if you like, don't ever, you know, stay up late to catch something, because I post them anyway. So, but I'm glad you're here, but I'm sorry it's 3. And you know what? We don't use an insert animation render, so like, I don't know if we should even keep it. We don't need it, we don't use it, but kind of helps, I guess. Yeah, if you're 3 a.m., you're like on the other side of the world. Yeah. Wow, that's cool. We do need another episode where we go through and change certain things to be local variables or not, and kind of organize them better. Because before our game gets too big in size, we want to kind of tidy up what we can. Just want to make sure we don't break anything in our spellcast entities while we're doing this. Curious why our spellcast fade crashed when we made it local. I wonder if we're using this elsewhere outside of our map. I guess we can try make it local again and see in which file it crashes at. In scene, yep. Okay, so yeah, we use spellcast fade in scene, which I guess would mean spellcast fade. Oh, it's because, yeah. It's because our spellcast entities are in our scene where our player entities are in our map. So I guess we could and maybe should move our spellcast entities into our map instead of scene. Therefore, we could use our same local variable, and it kind of makes sense. Because if our player, well, actually, our player is in our scene and not our map. So actually, we're just rendering our player. Let me see in our map if we have reference to our player or we're updating our player. No. Okay. So it looks like our player is in our scene. So I guess it makes sense for the spellcast entities to be where the player is. Because, yeah, we have the player here in our scene. Okay. We want to go back to where we were before we got mixed up. Just finish that file as we keep going along, keep chugging along. Say successful spellcast. But what this is really doing is limiting our number of our spellcast fade, and this is what's rendering. So maybe we should say this is just spellcast fade. I mean, we've already got that. Spellcast fade gets clamped. So maybe we just say spellcast clamping. Because we're rendering our spellcast at a alpha channel of this value divided by 255. So we clamp it from 0 to 255 with this function. It's not even a function, it's just logic. So this is spell count, spellcast entities. This is actually spellcast particle systems. Then I guess we can just put spellcast entity renders. And then entity renders. Map declarations are still probably fine. We can maybe add in some comments about what they are, and this is just like declaring empty tables in global map. And then this is where we populate random sand stuff. And then there's our actual map declarations. Okay. Now it's kind of weird. I don't like that the other day we had to kind of do this, which is declare an empty table, an empty field called animatables and entities. But the thing I didn't like about it was that we had to do it down here. When we did it above our map declarations, those declarations kind of overrode it. So I don't like that it has to be after all our map declarations, but I guess it's okay. And then we have to, and then this is where it gets gross too, where every single entity we need to put in the map at this current state, we need to add into this file and add it manually into each kind of map with its animation, its X and Y position, its width, its direction, its type, its walk state, and which state to change it to. So that's gonna get gross. But I don't know how else to do it, because it really needs a lot of information. It needs to know which map to place an entity, it needs to know which animation it is, it needs to know the location, it needs to know the width, it needs to know the direction and the type. Needs to give it a state machine. So we have to do all that stuff somewhere. So I guess it makes sense to just cram it here with our map declarations, because our map declarations is like, hey, give us a map of all these tiles. And by the way, while you're at it, add an entity into that map of type gecko, you know, here and here. So I guess this will be called entity declarations. Already looking a lot better. guess we know to kind of Google dispatch if we're looking for this. Not Google, but... Oh, hey, JD does Dev, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. I hope you had a good raid. What were you up to today? Yo, 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 how's it going? We are doing some comment adding, but I'll show off my game here a little bit. So we just added in some basic AI for our entity. So our little gecko here is going to be chasing us. And then yesterday we added where if we walk off and go back, it'll reset their position, and we just changed it today so that no matter how many entities are there, it'll reset all the entities' positions there. Nice. I really like Blender. I haven't done it enough, but I did the donut tutorial, and I really loved it, and I think it's very, very powerful. There's just only so much bandwidth I've got for programs and stuff, and game dev is hard enough as is. I'm trying to minimize how many new projects I'm trying to do. Yeah, you know, I had a lot of fun with the donut. It was very good. It taught me a ton about Blender. I'm not afraid to try things in Blender. There you go. Yeah, spice it up a bit. Get everything seasoned up on there. But yeah, we've got a spellcast entity system going on with particle effects and everything in our game. We're working on, we got to add some collision detection for our entities, or at least for our non-player entities. So like our gecko there needs to have some collision detection because I can't walk through the fence here, but he can walk through it. So we need to change that. But like I can't walk through here, but if I'm in the door I can go through. We just need to make it render on top of us with some stenciling. So that's coming up too on the project. But then today is kind of a boring day because I've got homework to do later today and I don't have too much time to commit to it. So I'm just going through deleting some old code comments and then adding in some better code comments. But thank you for the raid, JD Does Dev. I really appreciate it. Hope you've been doing well. I was jealous of your Ghostbusters popcorn tub. Definitely. So I know we've got a collide function. I thought, and you know what? We took it out because we added it to our entity, which our player is an entity, so we just took it out there. I know. I could tell when you were showing it off. I'm like, he's not gonna forgive me if I break into his house and actually steal that thing. Like he won't know he'll instantly know it's missing too. Like he'll track me down. Yeah, we're probably going to be wrapping up here soon because we're just about done tidying up this stuff. But yeah, so JD Does Dev. I ended up getting a scholarship to do a full stack web dev bootcamp. So. My homework is already starting to be due, but the class really starts in mid-April, but all the pre-work is starting, so I'm getting up to speed on all that stuff. So I can't stream, 2 hours every night like I've been, but I'm still trying to stream as often as I can and keep up my streak. But I will be doing a lot of programming work off stream for the bootcamp. So I'm hoping that goes well and smooth. Okay. Yeah, it is a boring programming day. It's mainly just deleting some comments. But sometimes, you know, you gotta get the unglamorous stuff done too, so just gotta do it. I'm a chronic undeleter of my comments because I'll comment things out so I don't accidentally break them, and then I'll never go delete them because I'm like, well, what if I need that line of code again? But I'm just gonna go and delete it. It's been too long. If I haven't used it in this long, then it can be cut. We do need these, though. We do need these. At least a couple of these. So if you export your objects from Blender, Godot can handle that in 3D and everything, no problem? Because I know I was like looking into Godot a bit and I realized that it uses Godot script instead of like C# or whatever. But I guess I was kind of, I didn't know if there was like Godot specific modeling or something you needed to do to import those things. We took out our ready to mingle comment just for clarity's sake. Okay. Yeah, we're just about wrapping it up here because we've got, we can probably delete the dirt, grass, and tall grass. Let me see. I think we can probably do that. Anything we're not using in our repo here. Yeah, dirt, grass, and tall grass. We can probably all delete. Now, I actually don't think I've got tall grass in our master sheet. Let me see if we do. Yeah, we do. We've got it. So we can delete our dirt, grass, and tall grass, and sand. We could delete our orb too, because we don't. That was just testing. I mean, we can keep it as a test thing, but let's go ahead and keep our orb. We don't import it though, do we? Yeah, we do. Over here. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll put my orb into our G textures here. Global textures, we'll just put in a key for our orb. We don't use any sounds yet in our game, but we will be changing that soon. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's about all I had planned for today. I've got homework I gotta get done, but let's see on our Git diff. We took out a whole bunch of different crap, added in a couple comments, but then I want to see our status on the things we deleted. Yeah, we deleted our animatables class, we deleted 4 sprites, and then we modified basically every major file here. So we're going to add and commit with a message saying comment cleanup. And file removal, unused file removal. And we'll get push it. I know it's a short episode today. I wish I could spend more time and show you guys some more actual game dev stuff. But I've got to head out and get some homework done. There is a streamer who's streaming right now who helped us reach affiliate. He rated us when we needed like 3 followers to hit affiliate. So he's rating right now. So I'm thinking about rating Rough Cookie because to return the favor. He does some AI stuff with a game. I don't know what he's doing right now, but I hope he's, I don't know. I think it'd be fun to just, you say hi and see what he's up to. But thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you tomorrow. I'll probably actually do some more game dev stuff tomorrow than today, but thanks for watching.